Is it D-U-M-E?
No. D-O-O-M.
See, I think we got our wires crossed last time, Loth Wolf. No, we know that Kanan was destined there. And we are still in shock and very sad
definitely
about what happened last episode.
It is. It's devastating, but I think he was very peaceful. He knew what his destiny was.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
he got to see her just before he did die.
I know, and even though the music, everything going on in that scene, like, we were like, oh my God, is this really happening? He's going to die here. But right when his eyes changed, where he could see her one last time and his family one last time, I was like, yeah, this is finalizing. He's going to die here.
Definitely.
So it's heartbreaking. We didn't want to see anyone die in this show, but to lose someone so big, like he's such a major character in this.
He's the dad.
You know, he was the dad of the group, of the ghosts, you know, and it's just... And Ezra was there, Sabine. I remember her, like, wiping her tears really quick because everything happened so quickly. And Hera leaped, like, she didn't even think. Like, she just jumped to him to probably try to save him, but I think she was just willing to die there, too, in that one moment of, like, oh, my God. And him actually containing the blast for so long and pushing her back.
That was incredible.
No, it's really something.
That's very powerful.
Yeah, and then how it ended with the white logo at the end with the ashes, and it makes me even more upset that Price did that.
Yeah,
I mean, she ordered people to shoot the tank, that big dome, but you know, and I hate her at this point. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but
she's so desperate to get approval from Thrawn that she'll do anything to make him happy.
You know, not that we expected Kanan to die, but you know, by her, just makes it a lot worse.
She'll probably get hers too.
Yeah. So, I know, right? She has to pay the final price or something. But I know that they were hinting, like Kanan saying that I think there was more to Lothal with us being here, not just finding Ezra.
Right.
So there were a lot of things kind of hinting towards.
Yeah, he was feeling this big connection to Lothal. Yeah. Especially at the end, he was really... you know, really honing in on what he needed to do, and he just accepted it.
That's right.
Yeah,
he wanted to save his love and his family.
Wow.
And for him to even tell Ezra that he has to lead the mission because he's too emotionally like compromised that he can't. I mean, that was big. So I know we discussed it last time, and we are a little early with reacting. So by the time you comment, we definitely read those. But last episode didn't come out yet by the time you watch this. Right. So, you know, I'm just curious if Kanan really knew if he was going to die or not. But, like, beforehand, when he talked to the Loth Wolf, when it stopped him. And I kind of think that he might have had an idea that something was going to happen, but not to that extent. And I thought he did that whole ritual, like cutting off his ponytail and stuff. I thought like that was showing he was leaving the Jedi way, because when he was asking Hera before, like, what are you doing after this? Like, what?
Right.
She
hasn't even given it a thought.
No,
you know?
Like, I don't know. This is all I know.
And it seemed like they were starting to commit to each other. So I thought, you know, that's not the Jedi way. So I thought he was just kind of coming to terms to be like, okay, I'm done being a Jedi. I'm going to be a normal person after that. And I thought he was just like going through a ritual showing that. But maybe it was because he knew. I mean, and he even cut his hair. And he's like, remember, even though he didn't do a great job at it, he even said, remember when we first met and we were fighting, and not fighting, but like they were fighting this war like many years ago, and my hair was so short, you know, and that's why he was trying to reminisce.
Trying to revert back, reflecting on his past life, and
my gosh.
So,
oh boy,
last episode, because we try not to look at the titles or the thumbnails beforehand, but last episode was called Jedi Knight, so he truly was.
N-I-G-H-T.
Well, look, it's a different spelling of night, Jedi Knight. Oh, that's funny. It's not really funny, but all right. Shall we get into episode 11?
Yes, let's do it.
And we're watching on Disney Plus. 4:11.
Jarrus has perished.
The Jedi is dead. Are you certain?
She's so excited.
Yes, ma'am, but the fuel depot...
Is not my concern at the moment. We throw a parade. to celebrate this victory.
Through a parade.
And it's just a cover-up.
Oh, boy.
Sabine? What's wrong? What's going on?
He's gone.
Oh.
That's so sad. Oh, that's so,
The insurgency on Lothal is over. All citizens are required to attend a celebration.
Required.
celebration, yeah.
You have to come and celebrate.
Yeah, right.
Has begun.
Turn it off.
Mon Mothma won't commit more forces to Lothal. Not after this.
Hera, what do you think?
She's not good right now. She
No, I
can't
know.
talk.
I'm gonna go add some fireworks to their celebration.
I don't know. Everyone's gonna get so angry.
It might be a great plan or it might be a terrible
Yeah,
plan. They
that's
might
for
be
sure.
planning on that. The wolf.
Yeah.
What's wrong? There was nothing I could do!
Maybe they're gonna lead you.
Or they're pushing him to go see something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now they're guiding him.
Why?
Oh,
They're making him stop.
Oh my gosh.
So, you lost here at Singular, yet you hold the parade. Ah, it's true then. But the Jedi's death came at a cost, that you destroyed our entire fuel supply. I will deal with you.
Oh boy, I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh.
Governor.
You never hear him talk like that.
Eliminate them.
See? And Sabine's gonna...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bryce. You could be so
Backfired
scared.
on her.
I thought there would be more time.
Aw, the mess.
He said starting a war was a mistake. And he was right. He was right. And now he's gone. Kanan found it. In the middle of everything else going on. He knew how much this meant to me. No one deserves that honor. More than Kanan.
Aww.
Yeah.
So, what do you see?
Well, the parade has begun. Look how many people there are. Look how much the Empire's grown.
You don't see anything strange about the city. The factories aren't belching smoke. The Empire doesn't give days off, Sabine.
Ah! What happened?
Oh, my.
I know you're out there! Show yourselves!
Ooh, the helmet. Ow.
I needed that.
1. I'm in.
So,
The TIE Defender factory was shut down. It took serious damage when the fuel depot blew up. Instead of admitting we hurt them,
she sent
Smart girl.
workers to the parade.
She connected it.
we're not even yet.
That's not going to be good for them.
I lived on this planet my whole life and I can still get lost?
Planet's pretty big.
Low threat, low cat, low wolf run. Pick a path and all is done.
This comm has been tampered with.
Whoa, nothing left.
Looks like a baby rancor.
Really?
It's on you.
Goodness, what?
It's got creepy eyes.
Just like yours, but
Oh, he's looking right there.
Oh boy.
At least it's alone.
What do you mean?
We can even the score. They took Kanan from us. We take something from them.
I'm cool with them just doing this assassin, but.
Oh, it's a different one. Whoa, it's huge.
It is. Oh my God.
Some different markings.
Whoa.
Dume, I am Dume.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, so he's connecting with him?
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully this guy's like really confident.
It's fast, but
Wow,
Zeb's doing it. Oh no, now what does
Oh,
he have
no.
up his sleeve?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
no!
Oh,
He's incognito. Come on, zap his butt.
Oh,
Right on her!
right there.
Put your helmet back on, honey.
Oh.
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 I didn't mean to run. I feel lost without my master.
Fear.
I am afraid, all right?
Fight together.
The stone. Where's it from?
Ooh! What happened?
Don't start hitting each other.
Oh! Can have some neck pain soon.
Ba-boom. Can he get it off in time? Nope. Oh! Oh, just okay. Punch. I kill him. Aw.
I've got an idea.
Just gonna paint him.
Took his weapon away, too.
Secrets? What secrets? What else is inside the temple?
Knowledge. Restore. Past. Redeem. Future.
That's terrifying. I swear.
I think I did.
Zeb.
No, I did. I did.
The Jedi Temple is in danger. And we're the only ones who can do anything about it.
Oh, wow.
It's like a power move or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Doom.
Some light in all this darkness.
Thank goodness for the wolves.
Yeah.
To show them a way.
You know,
What's
I mean, as sad as it is with what happened, I think this was a very important episode. I'm happy that they actually showed them grieving, and I mean, they had a huge loss here.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And how it was handled was like really well done.
It was.
very
It was.
good,
You know,
yes.
people back at the base really, you know, Riker, they really wanted to, a writer, really wanted to just get the ball rolling and let's do something, but they needed some time to mourn in their own way.
Definitely, yeah.
Whether it be going to, you know, attack mode or just, you know, she just wanted to do some reflection, and Ezra doing his thing that he needed to do. I mean, that was so important with the wolves. Now they have a plan. Now there's
That's
some
good.
light.
And I mean, there's so many things going on here too, where, you know, they just lost a family member and they're all distraught about it and grieving, and you can't just stop everything because you are in war. And even Ryder's saying, he goes, we don't have that kind of time. Like, everyone feels so terrible, but, you know, Kanan was a great loss. He was a great warrior with everyone. And, you know, for everyone to just like be on pause and have to grieve, I think that's so important to do, but it just makes it worse that, you know, the timing is just not good. But the rebels did, you know, win, you know, because Price made that terrible choice to destroy the factory. And, you know, you always think of what if scenarios when it comes to someone dying, and you know, like I was like, well, if she didn't do that and Kanan lived, then they would still have the factory. Their mission would have failed, and all of them could have died later on.
Precisely.
Right,
yeah, and she just did her own agenda, just like all the other commanders do. You know, she did whatever it takes to get, you know, she was hoping, you know, she'd get everybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, just the one Jedi, which is tremendous loss on our side, but she did that was a huge cost. I mean, the whole project is done with now.
And Thrawn was very upset with her.
Yes,
that was actually very scary.
Later.
I mean, we've seen how lethal he can be,
Yeah,
but
sure,
to actually just talk like that, because he never talks.
No, he never says what he's actually
dominating and demeaning. He's like, I'm gonna deal with you when I see you, and I was like, oh, I just crapped my pants. I was kidding. Sorry, but that was very terrifying. So I automatically took that as, what do you do, Price? I mean, we've seen the Empire kill people before.
Resignation and now bye.
Yeah, I don't think you're just going to be demoted. I think something really bad's going to happen to you when he meets up with you.
Price
so can you escape?
Yeah, Price will pay the price for.
I know, it's like a ongoing pun, right?
That's right.
That's right.
We knew it was going to happen sometime.
But so now this factory is. It's not in production anymore, at least right now.
Right.
And that is
how long it's
win
going to take,
for the Rebels. But, so I am really happy that we had some grieving time with the Ghost crew.
Definitely.
It's still, of course, it's so fresh and it's so sad what happened. I'm still in denial. And, Ezra actually interacting with the wolves. I mean, the wolves initiated that. And it's almost like, maybe you'll have time to grieve later, but it's almost like we have to get the ball rolling here, and they chase him off because they can't just talk to him because he's so upset.
That's right, yeah.
So I think them being mean and growling and chasing him off like that is to really make him do what they want.
Yeah, snap him out of that one emotion and go to another emotion.
Yeah, and then this is where we need you to go right now. And then that huge wolf, I mean, that was so intimidating. That was way bigger than that other big one that's been interacting with them for a bit.
He's got a lot of force in him.
And he said, I am Dume. So, I mean, the Force does things in mysterious ways, but I was kind of like, I mean, I'm assuming that was part of Kanan connecting through that wolf, because to say I am Dume,
definitely.
Maybe it's just a coincidence, but for that smaller big wolf to actually go up to Kanan before and be like Doom to him directly, like he wanted him. And I don't know if he assumed he was going to die there, like he was fated to die in that explosion, but the wolves also being aggressive here, even Ezra was like, oh, I tried to save him or something, or I don't know what he said there, but like I didn't mean to.
I couldn't do anything about it.
I couldn't do anything about it, and it seemed like they could have been upset at that too, but I really think that was Kanan using the Force to communicate through this huge wolf.
Yes,
probably,
yes,
definitely.
and the wolves knew what Kanan was, his destiny was. So I don't think they were accusing him, but Ezra took it as that.
Yeah,
you're angry at me, and I did all I could, and I'm grieving him just as much as anyone. Even more so because he's just saying, I have so much more to learn. I needed him.
I know. He was so wise and caring, and they were very close, and he was like a father to Ezra, and it's like all masters and apprentices, like, Padawans, they've always been so close. They're like family. Like they all, like most of them have really close connections, and they've been through a lot together. And I'm hoping now with Ezra going to this temple, maybe he can have an even stronger connection to Kanan with the Force. Like I'm hoping he can still guide him in some way, like Obi-Wan with Luke. I hope that will be a thing, because loss does happen. It can happen very suddenly, and you have to. It's easier said. I mean, nothing ever gets easier, but you kind of just go with the flow, and you kind of just I don't even know if move on is the right word.
Time heals a little.
Yeah, time does
heal a little bit. And like Hera, poor Hera, she's like, she was so upset with herself for not telling him how she truly felt about him, because she thought she had more time with him.
Yeah, and you keep thinking of all these things like, oh, I wish I did this or that, and she even blamed herself that if I just listened to him, we wouldn't have been in this situation anyway.
Right, we shouldn't have went to war.
And he wouldn't have died. But you can't think that way. I mean, you will, because you have to go through those stages, and but I'm so happy we saw those moments in this episode, because I was kind of worried right when we started watching. I actually thought this too after we watched last episode, that I'm like, I hope we don't have a time jump where we don't even get to see the bad effects of what just occurred with the rest of the team, because I think that's so important to see. And I thought we were going to jump like a few months or something, and everyone's kind of doing their own thing. And I know the series is almost done. We have a few more episodes left, but I was kind of like, I hope that doesn't happen. So I'm
Yeah.
glad it
That's
was
good.
right
I'm
after.
very happy they didn't do that, because
Yeah,
that
me
would be
too.
so sad for us as the viewer to
Yeah.
not see them grieve and be, who
Yes.
they would be if they lost. Everyone deals with it differently.
That's right.
Yeah, and even seeing Zeb, because
I
he
was
was the
gonna
first
say, yeah, look at
initial
Zeb, yeah.
emotion,
Oh, so much. Yeah.
But
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and especially when Sabine wouldn't say anything to him and just
stormed
threw her
away.
helmet out, threw her helmet down, and
Like, how do you even
That's right,
explain
right,
it? And Ezra
yes.
just getting so upset, and he's like, no, he's just gone. He doesn't want to say dead,
Yeah.
But, and
But
Chopper,
Wow,
yeah,
yes.
Chopper was so
cute and held
so
her hand.
supportive.
Held her
He
hand.
was.
so
Yeah,
cute.
and
Oh.
I mean, he stayed right with her. We love Chopper anyways, and he's always been so fresh, and we know he cares about his friends, but Hera and him have been together for
Oh,
so
definitely,
long,
yeah.
and he really does care about her, and even his, even though we don't understand him, we can kind of understand what he's
That's right,
saying,
yeah.
and how he's calmer, in the whole episode,
That's right,
his voice was a lot calmer and soothing,
Yes.
He was like,
right,
Yeah,
more
that's right,
serious.
yeah.
wasn't even loud at all, and
Yeah.
just talking to Hera. So it sounds like
Oh.
he gave her the idea of, you should add him to your heirloom there.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
right.
So that was a
so
really
good.
nice,
That was very
nice
nice.
idea.
Yeah, and she said, out of everything, out of all that chaos, he still managed to get that for her,
Isn't that
because he
something?
knew
Yeah.
how much it meant to her and her family.
So that's
really
really
s-
something to do
Yeah,
that. I think
yeah.
that's such a great honor, and
Wow.
really made her feel better too.
Now
Definitely,
she has in a
yeah.
nice little safe place right in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
That's right.
good what Sabine and Zeb did to the assassin.
Yeah.
That was
Sent
Yeah,
him
that
on
was
his
funny.
way.
It's so bad because Zeb losing control there, I was right with Zeb, and I'm like, you just gotta kill this guy. And
Yeah.
I know it was important for us to see. Sabine was saying, we don't do stuff like that. But it all just depends, because they say that, but yet they are killing all these stormtroopers and random people that are
Right,
just
yeah, but
blowing
yeah.
up. But they're just giving a message of, you can't always lose control, and it's not always about violence and killing eye
That's
for
right,
an
yeah.
eye kind of
Yeah.
thing. But we get dark sometimes, and I was just like, I want him to kill this guy because he's going to be a nuisance to them.
Yeah, because
that's
they
for
know
sure,
he
yeah.
is the threat that Thrawn
Definitely
is
is.
sending to them.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, he's
sure.
really good at smelling Lasad, and he easily finds them. And
You mean sniffles?
Sniffles? You call him Sniffles now? I love it. And them setting him back all painted up, that was funny, because
Yeah,
that's very
that's
embarrassing.
that's
very
sending
good,
a
yeah.
great message. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's very confident and cocky in a way. He
That's
knows he's
right.
good at his job. So to go back all spray painted and
Yeah.
defeated is awesome.
You
And
do your job.
Right, and he didn't do his job. Thrawn
For
told
sure.
him to kill him,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
kill whoever, and he could have very easily done that when he was in the invisible mode.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think of it, he had his weapon right on his back. I mean, he could have technically killed them without them, they couldn't see him in the beginning.
Right, yeah.
But he didn't. He just chose to, duke it out,
Yeah.
and he lost.
Maybe that was a weakness, because I think maybe you're right. I mean, he was so confident that he underestimated them and
Yeah.
thought he could just
That's
take
right, yeah.
Zeb on, or maybe it was just because it was so close anyways that they had no choice. Maybe he couldn't pull it out or something. But yeah, he probably could have just been quiet, because
He
he
could
didn't.
have. He could have
Yeah.
climbed up one of
Definitely.
those, little Lothal hills and
Yeah.
jumped on him.
Yeah, that's why you don't mess with Kim, guys. No, but it is true. There are ways. And, even with Hera, and I think she is amazing, and she is a strong individual, both heart, soul, but physically, I was impressed on how she could keep up with that assassin and really
Yeah,
fight
that's
too. And I
right,
know
she
she's
definitely-
strong, but Zeb is this really big,
Yes, he
super
is.
strong guy. And so I kind of figured, well, if Hera could fight this guy, I'm sure Zeb could really fight him too. So Zeb almost killed him. And I know that the assassin just overestimated them, or underestimated them.
Yes,
So
he did.
that's why
Definitely.
they also had the upper hand there.
That's right.
But yeah, so I am glad that they sent him back as an embarrassment. That was good.
And I hope the troopers that find him is the guy that he was getting pissed off about. on the bridge there.
Did they survive? Because they all blew up there, right?
Oh, that's right. They're gone.
Boom.
I'm sorry.
He might have survived because he was a little farther
That would
away.
be funny if he was still there. Oh,
You
who has the laugh?
Again, it kind of contradicts because here's Sabine, which was a crazy move when she put that bomb in the back of the assassin's neck.
Yeah.
And, we usually see them as explosions, not just poof of color.
Yeah.
And when she killed the other troopers by doing that, I'm like, why don't you just kill this guy
Right,
too like that?
right.
But
And that's what I thought was
it's
going to
just
happen.
too
I'm
dark,
like,
I guess,
yeah.
because it's like with armor, it
Yeah.
sounds bad, but like when they're in armor, you can, kind of detach yourself from them being human, I guess. But you actually have a creature that is fully exposed, skin, bone, and all that. Maybe it's too dark to have him explode into bits. I'm like, but he's invisible, so you can just be like, poof, and you can be like, ooh. No, but then if he blew up, then the technology would work because it wouldn't be like touching the flesh or that. So I guess I just couldn't do that.
And they put a tracker on him. Right, or
Zeb was like, yeah, I did a homing beacon or something. Yeah. So hopefully he did. I love how real that is though, where Zeb, like, no one's perfect, and these minor things people forget, and he's like, yeah, I did. I think I did.
Exactly.
So it makes it funny. But I do like this episode. I mean, I hate what happened with Kanan, but they had to go through the motions.
He completed the mission.
He did.
That was,
and that was a
great,
huge mission.
Mm-hmm.
And Price is going to get hers. So
I mean, I don't think it's going to be good. I really think Thrawn's going to kill her because I don't think that's going to be good. But yeah, so this episode was called Dume, Dume.
Oh yeah,
the spelling. So I hope we see more of that because I want to see I want Kanan to be involved in this in one form or another. So I'm hoping that. I don't know if he can go like blue invisible force like Obi-Wan.
Right, and is this gonna, convince Ezra to stay on Lothal? Like, will he want to leave, knowing that he has a connection with, the Dume Wolf?
I mean, down the road, because this is his planet, I think he'll want to stay there if they can win this, but... I know they're going to the temple because that is the next step.
Right.
So they're going to be on Lothal anyways. And I don't know. I really think he's going to carry on with the mission until he has, can't do it anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is, in a way, not touching, but it's a nice thought to have. You're on your own home planet and your master died on this planet, so he might have a stronger connection where he died. So if he can enjoy Lothal again and have if Lothal can have its freedom and Ezra can settle on his home planet and have a connection with his master, that would be pretty cool.
At any given time, they can connect.
That would be pretty amazing. Yeah. Yeah, so good episode. Still very sad, of course, and I'm sure a lot of you guys were as well. And please leave your thoughts below. I'm curious up to this point how you felt. And we'll see you very soon, as always. May the Force be with you. Bye, guys.
May the Force be with you.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Give us a like.